All right, so the season is a wrap. Final post-game video. So we made it through. Jets Patriots to end the season. If you watched the pregame, I didn't want the Jets to win for draft reasons. But I don't think that they hurt their draft too much by winning that game. So we're gonna start with the negatives first, which to me is winning the game and fucking the draft up, and then we'll switch to some of the positives with the game. I don't think it'll be a long video. I'm getting ready to make the playoff video for the first week of the playoffs right after this. So definitely check that out. I think that'll be a pretty good vid. So anyway, getting back to this game. The jersey's on, which means they won. So, all right, let's start with the negatives. They hurt their draft position by winning, but from what I just saw, I believe they're picking 8th right now. Okay? So, I think they got the 8th pick, which, not bad for winning that last game. I thought that was going to knock them to like number 10. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they now have the 8th pick, and I think that's locked in. So, if they would have lost the game, I think the highest they could have went was maybe to number 6. So, but listen, that could be the difference. And the thing that sucks is they're picking after the Giants. And the reason why that sucks is because the Giants have offensive line problems as well. So, you're talking about, okay, yeah, they may have only lost 2 spots or 1 spot. That could be the difference in getting that blue chip left tackle. So we'll see what happens when the draft rolls around. So some early draft thoughts there. I also think that at least 3 quarterbacks, or I'm thinking 3 quarterbacks will be off the board already by the time the Jets pick at number 8. So to me that means that they'll have their crack at a blue chip tackle, unless there's another really good quarterback available at number 8, or who knows. But you have the Bears picking first, you have the Commanders picking second, and then you have the Patriots are picking third. So to me, there's 3 quarterbacks right off the board, right off the bat. I think the Bears are going to trade Fields. Getting into some draft talk here when I shouldn't be, but I think the Bears are going to trade Fields and grab a quarterback. I think the Commanders are going to grab a quarterback. I'd be surprised if they don't. And I think the Patriots are going to grab a quarterback. So there you go. 3 right off the bat, 3 gone. And like I said, we'll see what falls to the Jets at number 8. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that they have the 8th pick. But like I said, the win against the Patriots, even if it only dropped them, 1 or 2 picks, it could be the difference, man. I could see the Giants. Let's say the first blue chip tackle gets to where the Giants are. I could see the Giants taking them, and now the Jets just got fucked out of the best tackle of the draft. And that's what I'm talking about with, if there's no reason to win, man, play all the fucking backups. And if they win with all the backups, then hey, good job. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to go out there and, I don't know. I'm speaking as a fan. I know the players feel different and the coaches feel different. They want the win, but come on. That was a meaningless fucking game. And the only thing that they can gain out of beating the Patriots in this game was just fucking their draft up, basically. I mean, look, if it helps the team's like morale and now they're all fucking happy they got to win, great. But if that's going to cost us a fucking blue chip left tackle in the draft by one fucking pick now, then there you go. This is why. So anyway, that's to me was the negative out of this win. So now let's switch to some positives. Breece Hall, fucking career game basically. I think he had 178 yards rushing in the snow. He had a very strong game. And I've been saying it now for the last 3 games. He's been looking very strong, very good, along with Jermaine Johnson. I wish I could be saying the same about Garrett Wilson, but the whole offense quarterback thing is just, how do you expect Garrett Wilson to be good with this offensive line and this quarterback fucking situation? So, and speaking of Garrett Wilson, he did this interview, I think it was a day ago or 2 days ago, where he was pretty bold in some of the shit he was saying. I thought, he was saying how, like, I think he flat out said, like, this can't happen again. Like, what happened this season cannot happen again. And then he also said something about in-game, like, management, like, adjusting, mid-game. That falls on the coaches, man. Like, he's directly pointing his finger at the coaches with that statement. And listen, he's got a point. Why aren't the Jets adjusting mid-game? What's going on that they can't? If something ain't working, why can't they fix that? Mid-game. So that's all coaching. So to me, all right, we spoke about the negatives. So let's take a look at the positives. And if we're gonna just roll with the fact that we won and we're gonna be psyched about this win, this is what psychs me about this win. Okay, you beat fucking Belichick. If it's Belichick's last game as a Patriot and a Patriot coach, you send him out with a Jet loss. So I like that because he hates the fucking Jets, and he's beaten the Jets for what, 8 straight fucking years now or something like that. But just the fact he hates the Jets, so ending his Patriot career with a Jet loss, that I like. Okay, that's if he's gone. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. You know what's funny about that? Just as a sidebar here. What's funny about that to me is, and I don't like Belichick. I think I just think he's a dick. I don't like what he did to the Jets when he just walked off the fucking interview that time when Parcells, put him in place to be the Jets coach. And you see him in his interviews and he just acts like a dick. Listen, I'm just calling it the way I see it. And he's just got like this dickness to him. But, just the fact that he hates the Jets makes me say, hey, fuck you, Belichick. So it's, but I will say this, though. This is what I was getting at. What's funny to me is the guy wins like 20 straight fucking years in a row in New England. He wins. He has like a winning record for like 20 fucking years. He wins the division. I mean, who the fuck knows how many years in a row he won that division? I mean, it's fucking years. I should have the stat for that, but I don't. But, I mean, they won the division like for a decade straight or even more. And they won, right? They won 6 fucking Super Bowls. They went to 9, right? I mean, think about this career that this guy had as the coach of the Patriots. Now, I will say this. If Brady was not there, okay, you ain't fucking having all that success. So, and it's obvious because once Brady left the team, that team sunk like the fucking Titanic. So, all these accolades about Belichick and how great he is, listen, I don't buy it because there's no way. I don't even think he wins a Super Bowl without Brady. Seriously, Brady is Brady. I mean, he's the greatest fucking quarterback to ever play. So you get a Brady, and if it wasn't Belichick, it may have been somebody else who would be piling up a resume like that with 6 fucking Super Bowl wins, and you know what I'm saying. So. Do I think Belichick's a good coach? I do. I think he's a good coach. I think he's a smart coach. But but anyway, what I was getting to was he does have that resume with the Patriots, right? He did have all that success, and it's like he has like 2 bad seasons. Like Brady leaves, and then he starts to struggle, and he has like 2 bad seasons. He has a really bad season this year. And they're talking about like he's like now he's getting fired, or I don't know what's behind it. I don't know if he wants to leave or they want him like to leave now. So to me, if the case is that the Patriots actually want him to leave and they want to go in a different direction, especially if he still wants to stay there, I just think that's crazy because the guy won for like 20 straight fucking years over there and just did all, like he accomplished, like look at what he accomplished. And he has like 2 bad seasons and they're like, you got to go. I just think it's crazy. I think it's actually hilarious. But I don't know what's behind that whole fucking situation. I don't even know why I'm spending this much time talking about Belichick. But Patriot post game, right? So, all right. So that going back to what I was saying, Breece Hall strong game. Love the fact that they sent Belichick out with a loss. If it is his last game, I fucking love it. And at the same time, they broke the streak. They broke the losing streak to the Patriots. I mean, come on, dude. You played the one of the worst Patriot teams that have been around in like 30 fucking years. In a snow game. They had and you're going to call that a fucking something to feel good about. So that's why I was like, just lose to them again. Beat them next year when you fucking need to beat them and you can sweep them, So, breaking the streak of beating the Patriots. Listen, you beat a fucking team that, really can't even beat a fucking high school team lately. What'd they have? Like 4 fucking wins this year or something? I mean, come on. So that doesn't mean a lot to me that they broke the streak. But if it makes the players happy and if it makes other people happy or whatever, so be it. If the victory helped out the team's morale, the players' morale, and like if their psyche, if it's a good thing mentally for the Jet players that they beat this team and they went out on a win, all right, that's a good thing, okay? And like I said, we already talked about the whole draft thing. So now if we're going to go with they won, okay, it is a good thing to go out with a win. And, what else, man? There's not much more for this video. And it's already 14 minutes long. Shit. One thing I wanted to just touch upon was Huff. I really think that they should try to keep this guy, although from what I'm hearing, it's going to be very hard for them to keep him because he wants money, and he deserves it. The fucking guy has been a great fucking pass rusher. But he might be a money casualty, man. They might not be able to keep him, but, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he had a couple of sacks in this game. I didn't watch the whole fucking game because I had some shit to do, and it was it was a meaningless fucking game, basically. I didn't want to see them fuck their draft up, I think, subconsciously, because I just kind of knew they were going to win. But I saw, a decent amount of the game. But I do believe Huff had 2 sacks. And I think Quinnen had 2 sacks in this game. But, Huff, Quinnen's not going anywhere. But Huff, if they could keep Huff, man, somehow figure out a way to keep Huff. I don't know if they're going to be able to, though, with the money. So that would be unfortunate, but he turned out to be another, gem that they found, right? He's a really good pass rusher. And that's it, man. So look for, I'm going to film the playoff video now, but definitely look for some other videos that I want to make as well in the offseason. I want to make a quarterback video too, man. Just to touch upon the importance of the quarterback position. And I want to go back to the Derek Carr, Baker Mayfield comments that I made before they fucking even got Rodgers. In that time frame, I really think it was critical. And I really think this team fucked up, man. I really do. I don't give a shit about the fucking Aaron Rodgers miracle that everybody thinks is coming down the road, all right? I'm telling you, I don't have a good feeling about it. This team should have either gone after Carr or Baker Mayfield. And then we would have been set with a quarterback for maybe the next 8 fucking years. The team could have grown around this fucking quarterback. And I just think they fucked up with this Rodgers thing, man. I'm telling you. I just don't have a good vibe about it. I hope I'm fucking wrong, because at this point, this team is heavily invested and committed to the Rodgers project. So, I don't know, man. We'll see. But, I don't know. And it's not like I have anything against Aaron Rodgers. It's just that the guy is not staying here. He's fucking 40 years old. And if they don't fix the line, man, he is not going to last. So, and I mean, it's like they handcuffed themselves to do to make any other moves or do, this team has to look for a fucking franchise quarterback. Okay? Regardless of Rodgers. Even if Rodgers wins the bowl, this team needs a franchise quarterback lined up. That's the one good thing about Rodgers. I'll say this. If they're able to get a young quarterback to learn under Rodgers for 2 years, that's advantageous. He is the guy to learn under. And you know what? That brings me to Zach. Why don't we wrap this video with Zach? I think Zach is gone. Just the fact that they didn't play him again, he had a concussion, but usually that lasts like a week, and then they come back and play. He basically sat out the rest of the season. So to me, that was the telltale sign that he's gone. He's done. So, and he really needs to be at this point. It's too much of a circus with him. Just got to get him off the team at this point. He needs a fresh start, and so do the Jets. So, he's gone, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with that as well. All right, man, I'm going to I wanted this to be, no bullshit, like a 3-4 minute video, and we're in the 19-minute range right now, which is insane. But we talked about a lot of good stuff. So let's wrap this so I could make my playoff video, my playoff prediction video, and be sure to check that out, definitely. All right.